WSKY TV News Lexington.
The news is brought to you by SkybridgePress.com, publisher of A Still Small Voice, the Vatican, the USA, and Israel in Bible Prophecy, and the Journal Kentucky Lexington Monitor.
I leaned over to Donna. Is it working? Am I close enough? I leaned over to Donna when I saw that expanse of paper and I said, make it short. And I have to tell you a little story on that. I did that one time. I was in Louisville at the arts and with greening, and it was these young people that were putting on these skits, and the children young people were from all over the country, and they didn't have any idea who I was. Probably didn't care, but that was okay. I was supposed to speak to them. So the young lady that was supposed to introduce me, she had sheets of paper, much like Donna did, and so I leaned over and I said, you can just make it really short. So she walked up to the microphone and she said, and our speaker today is Jane Beshear. And walked off. Those young people had no idea who, what, why, or where. So I thought to myself, you need to be careful what you ask for, because sometimes you truly get what you ask for. I'm delighted to be here today for this Legacy Award Luncheon. You know, it is so important, as we've been discussing at our table, that we honor our women of all ages for doing what is so important to make a difference while they're doing it. Not later on, not after they've passed away, but at the time that they're doing things. And the reason I say that is because that encourages each one of us to do a bit more. Not to receive an award, but because we understand and see that people appreciate what we do as we move along through our life. And I want to say a special thank you here because of one of your sponsors. I thank all of your sponsors, but I want to say a special thank you for the Wilderness Trace Girl Scouts. I did stand up when it was asked about who were Girl Scouts, but the Wilderness Trace Girl Scouts and Girl Scouts all across Kentucky worked with us on our Shop and Share program this year. And in this program, we take one day out of the year and we ask people at our Kroger stores and our food cities in eastern Kentucky to buy something to help our domestic violence shelters. And we've been very successful over the last 4 years doing this. But let me tell you what, when you get the Girl Scouts and you get these young girls standing at the door of the grocery store asking the patrons to be a part of this, nobody can refuse. And because of that, in 1 year, this year, we collected over $780,000 worth of goods and services. And I played a lot of that. Ask a woman, and it doesn't matter what size or age that woman is. You know, and on our TVs today, every time I turn it on, which is not terribly often, you see a reality television show. How many of you all watch the Lifetime channel movies? Anybody? How many of you watch the news? How many of you watch reality television? Now let's be honest, how many of you watch reality television? There's everything you could want. Amazing Race, Biggest Loser, whatever. But you know, one of the things that concerns me on all of these programs is there's a disturbing trend. Far too many of these television programs feature women competing against each other. Now they're competing against each other for jobs like The Apprentice. They're competing for the attention of men. And sometimes they're just there competing against each other for no no real reason at all. So we see, in many cases on these shows, real and fictional young women bullying each other to win, vying to be the most popular, the most attractive, the sexiest, or the smartest. Now, it's not too bad to be the smartest. It's not bad to be attractive, but it's how we go about doing those kinds of things. Popular shows like Real Housewives of Orange County. Has anybody seen this show? Or The Bachelor. Pit women against one another and highlight stereotypes in the worst way of women. And I guess the thing that bothers me most about this is that many of those that are watching these women bullying and competing are women. Too many women consider these programs as nothing more than guilty pleasure, and they probably don't recognize the negative effect that these types of programs are having on our society, particularly our young people. I believe, and I think your organization, by doing what they're doing today by these awards, agree that it's our duty as women to fight this type of stereotype. We need to encourage our young women to work together. Now, they can work to achieve, but it's the method that they use that I think is most important. They need to base their work and all of our work as women not on just our individual gifts, but how we share those gifts. What we do to make our community, our state, our nation better. Not only for ourselves, but for others. And for women. And that's just exactly what the Legacy Award nominees here today are doing in our Bluegrass region. If you read through the information on each of the women that have been nominated, you know that these women, yes, they are part of reality, but they're a part of the positive reality. They are the stereotypes that we need to make sure our young girls emulate. Community service, working for the betterment of communities, working in the areas that truly make a difference. The 14 nominees represent a cross-section of leaders that are working tirelessly in their communities and in this state to improve the financial health and educational well-being of women in their communities. Their accomplishments include advocating for victims of sexual abuse, educating young women about the importance of financial literacy, empowering girls through self-esteem building activities, helping teen mothers attain their high school diplomas, and so many, many other worthy and impressive efforts. Think about how much the lives of young women throughout the United States could be improved if our media, if our TV, and all of our social media would feature women like those that we are honoring here today. All of these women that have been nominated, and there's so many more across the state that are doing such good things, such reality things that are making a positive change. I don't watch reality television, but I tell you what, I'd watch a show like that. Because the fact that you were nominated makes you a winner. Not only those today, but all of those who have been nominated since this award program began. The recognition that you deserve by the nomination and by the winning of an award today is a small gift for the huge impact that you're making, for the positive influence that you have on the people that surround you. We need more individuals just like these people. People that will act on their convictions and turn the tide of negativity. And negativity is so prevalent in our society today. So I congratulate each of you. I congratulate your communities. And I thank you for what you're doing for the Commonwealth of Kentucky. My personal motto is personal responsibility. Obviously, so is yours. If each of us takes that personal responsibility to do something to make our community, our surroundings, our state, our nation a little better, collectively, you see what we can do. It is the power of women. And when we have that type of energy, we can turn negativity into positivity. And that's what we're all about today. I want to say to each of our nominees, and to every one of you who are a part of this organization, that we appreciate what you're doing. I know you don't do it for recognition, but let me tell you what, the Commonwealth of Kentucky is so lucky to have women like you that are truly making a difference. And that difference will continue on from today to tomorrow and for generations to come. I would also like to say congratulations to the 3 scholarship winners that you have, that you're going to recognize. I just briefly on the way over here was reading through about each of them. For Elizabeth, whose desire is to be a college professor in education. As a former teacher, there's no greater call in my belief than educating. It's how we change the future of the state and of our country. To Linda, who commits herself to social work, making a difference for those people that have so many needs, to be able to work to improve their lives so that they can be productive citizens. And to Paige, who is the first in her family to attend college. Congratulations to all 3 of you. You, too, are making a difference today and tomorrow. So thank you all for letting me be a part of this. It's a gift to me to be able to see what so much of what is happening in our state, and to know that we together are making a difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Beshear, so much for those timely and lovely remarks, and for helping us today to honor deserving women in the state. We have just a small token of appreciation for your time with us today. Thank you so much.
The news is brought to you by SkyBridgePress.com, publisher of A Still Small Voice, the Vatican, the USA, and Israel in Bible Prophecy, and the Journal Kentucky Lexington Monitor. SkyBridgePress.com.